Hey guys!
Welcome to SIP. So we are Footnote Society's stand-up directors,
April.
and Alfred, and this is the Footnote Stand-up podcast.
Very exciting. Since lockdown has interrupted the flow of new stand-up content, we thought this would be the perfect way to scratch that comedy itch.
Yes, we will be covering a variety of topics, all centred around imparting our stand-up knowledge onto you, all wonderful listeners. But mostly we'll just be trying to have a laugh.
Exactly.
So keep listening to SIP, the Footnote Stand-up podcast. So, welcome everyone to the second episode of the SIP Footnote Stand-Up podcast. I'm Alfred Taylor, here with my co-host.
April. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing fantastically. And you'll be listening to us on a Friday evening. So happy Friday, everyone. I know it's actually a Tuesday. So a hateful week is yet to come.
Or a wonderful week. There's many different ways that this week could go. We currently are recording this from the past, so we don't know what's going to happen before next Friday. We don't know what could, explode, fall apart, rise up. Entire countries and governments could rise and fall in the next week. They probably will. But if you're listening to this on Friday, not in a bunker 50 feet below the ground, then happy Friday and look forward to the fantastic weekend. Exactly. The prize is continued living and not having to eat beans out of a can for the rest of your life. So, how has your week been, April?
How has fine. I think it's been cacophony of mundanity, to try and put it in a fruitful sort of way.
Yeah, that's very fruitful.
Yeah, a bit too.
That was
really sick on
great.
The fruitfulness.
That was a fruit salad of descriptions. I like that.
Yeah, but just is it Monday? Is it Tuesday? Is it next year? Who the hell knows? Everything feels the same.
I've been all right, to be honest. I've actually got through some pretty good plays, pretty good books. Done a lot of just reading and walking and all those general things that you can only really do you cannot only really do, but the things you can do when you're stuck in COVID and there's not many loads of places to go. This lockdown has been great for deep one-on-one chats with people and wandering along the fucking canals and up around Selly, just talking about people because it's been banter
and
it's
wallowing
been a good time.
In self-pity. That's my favorite pastime.
Exactly.
I do love a bit of that.
It's fantastic. As you can tell, listeners, today me and April are playing tragedy and comedy.
Have you read anything good that's worthy of note?
Yes, let's have a go. What have I read this week? So I read Sarah Kane's plays, which I'd never actually read before. So 448 Psychosis.
For your own personal enjoyment?
For my own personal enjoyment. I'm allowed to personally enjoy some things, yeah. So I read Sarah Kane plays. I read Cocoon, which is the only short novel that Spike Milligan ever wrote. If anyone knows who Spike Milligan is, he's the big hero.
Oh my god, I've had a complete flashback of me in year 4 reciting something when the cow goes moo and the
bongaloo, yes.
Ong ting tingaling bing, whatever the
yeah, the omining nang nong where the cows go bong and the teapots jibber jabber do. That one, yeah,
that's one.
Spike Milligan's sick. He did those poems, and before that, he did the Goon Show, which was the epitome of surreal radio comedy in the 50s, and it changed the face of British comedy forever. Monty Python and everything, they owe their start to the Goon Show. So listen to Goon Show, kids. That's my little bit of advice from this week's SIP stand-up podcast.
You put your presenter voice on every time you say that.
What? So is that my presenter voice for so?
No. When you say SIP, Pat, I can't even speak. Ignore me.
Footnote stand-up podcast. Welcome to Footnote stand-up podcast. Our guest this week is Emily Breeze, and she is the wonderful press and pub officer for Footnotes. She'll be responsible for all the wonderful, little ads and posts that you see on Facebook about Footnotes.
Absolutely. And she is responsible for our fantastic graphic, our SIP logo, which is amazing.
Exactly.
And we are very, very grateful for that.
So, Emily, would you like to jump on in?
Hello, it's me, Emily. Can you all hear me?
We can indeed.
How are you this week, Emily? How have you been?
I'm good. I've been very busy, but what's new? I think my whole personality is just like, I'm busy,
Classic.
I think that's
fantastic.
better than the opposite end of that, personally.
Yeah, that's true.
That's very true. Not busy, as some people might say.
Yeah.
I'm not busy.
Yes, thank you, Alfred. So, Emily, tell us, and the lovely listeners, what you do at uni, what comedy you like, what kind of things you're interested in. Yeah, introduce yourself.
All right. Hi, I'm Emily. I'm a master's creative writing student, but I'm not actually that old. I did just graduate with an English degree from UOB. I think the sort of comedy I like, I always say it's like stupid comedy. So things like Miranda, What We Do in the Shadows, that like mockumentary. It's like things that you can just constantly like meme on and quote. It still continue to make me laugh because my sense of humor is so fucked. I just like repeat the same thing over and over until it's not funny anymore.
Nice.
I love
Fantastic. I do love a bit of What We Do in Shadows, to be honest. Are you talking about the film or the TV show? I mean, both are fantastic.
Yeah, I've seen half of the film, but the TV show. My housemate and I are going as Nadia and Laszlo from the TV show.
Is that the vampire one?
It is. It is. It's very funny. Mark Hamill was in a random episode in season 2, and it was incredible. It was he went off and he started sponsoring a high school netball team or something. And it was just like so emotionally harrowing, but also just fucking hilarious. So, what are you drinking today, Emily?
I'm drinking Brewdog Punk IPA because I'm just like mask, I just love a beer. On like last week's podcast, you guys were like, "Who likes beer?" And I was like, "I like beer." Okay, I can't open it now. Oh shit! Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it.
Yay!
Erasing what I'm doing. Oh, a bit foamy. I don't pour pints very well. Oops.
We love it. We love a good froth.
It's nice. It's sort of like, it's quite a light beer. It's like got sort of like citrusy flavors in it. It's nice.
What about you, April? What are you sipping on today?
I am sipping on a gin and tonic, and the gin is a passion fruit gin and slimline tonic, and that's me with my steel straw again because I'm saving the planet.
How would you describe the sip of a gin and tonic that you've got there?
It's good. It's the ratio's a bit off, but it's nice. Got a crumpled up bit of lemon in there to try and make it taste better than it does. What about you, Alfred?
I've actually got 2 offerings to see. If I finish my first offering, I might go on to the second offering. It's crazy, wild. So the first offering that I'm drinking right now is Old Peculiar, the legendary ale.
That doesn't even sound real.
I know. It's the legendary ale. That's why. I had to delve into Wookiee Hole, find it at the bottom encased in a golden sarcophagus. And there it was, Old Peculiar. And I thought, I will sup of that beverage. It seems delightful. And it tastes kind of like...
Old Peculiar?
The picture on the front, I don't know if you can see, but it's of a praying man and 2 towers. And the one tower looks, unfortunately, like it's kind of sort of spunking over the top of the man. Like you've got this sort of mountain of weird wobble that's coming over the top of his head.
No.
Peculiar is what that is, Alfred. It's on brand.
It says on it is seal of the official of the Peculiar of Marsham, 1741. I think there's too many ofs in that sentence, to be honest, there. But, it was the past. They didn't know.
Where the hell did you buy this?
Sainsbury's.
Yeah. Oh, that was a letdown.
Yeah, I know.
Boring.
You thought it was going to be fucking some crazy, ale shop. Alcohol, not anonymous, where they want to... Yeah, alcohol's are right across the street from Alcoholics Anonymous. It says it's cold, filtered, and unpasteurized, which sounds like milk. Like, I don't know why they're trying to advertise beer using milk adjectives. I love my unpasteurized beer. I love my beer straight from the teat.
So today, our topic is date stories. Isn't that right, Alfred?
So each of us has got a, weird story about something that happened on a date and stuff like that, and we're going to, reciprocate to you, the audience, and we'll see how that's received. So,
Yeah.
Who wants to go first with their funny story?
I think the guest should go first, but that's just me.
Go on, do it. I think that's how it worked last time.
So I've just set our first drink timer, which is in 5-minute intervals. So every time you hear the timer go off, you take a big old chug, or not if you don't want to, but it would be advised. No, do whatever you want. And then yeah. So Emily, now take us away. No, that's not right. I'm sorry, Alfred. Can you just introduce us, please? I don't know what's going on.
You've smashed already.
Thanks for that erudite explanation there, April. So now we're going on to the first story, which is Emily. Go ahead.
Take it away.
Oh joy. Okay, so my weird dating story is that so I think it was like maybe a couple of years ago. I think it was like June 2019-ish, if we're getting specific. So I'd been single for a while and I got bored, so I decided to download Tinder. Every great dating story starts with Tinder, you know.
Classic.
And I had it while I was home. So if I hadn't harped on enough about it already, I'm from the Cotswolds. And it's the sort of place where everyone knows everyone. Like,
it's true. To the extent that me and Emily know each other, and we're both from the Cotswolds. Yeah.
We're both the same school, yeah.
Yeah, we went to the same sixth form.
Really? Is that true?
Yeah. But yeah, so to set the scene, when you're scrolling through Tinder in the Cotswolds, every other person is someone you know. Like, and the people in between are just farmers who, like, like in tweed and just like hose them in buns and stuff, and it's just like sick. I find it funny when I find my friends on Tinder to just swipe for them, like, and it doesn't actually occur to me that they might actually be interested in me. I have matched with many friends on Tinder, Alfred included, and it was very funny.
No way.
And he would like send nudes, and I was like, it was a joke. It was a joke.
Wait, Alfred,
Let's backtrack. Let's readdress that I'm not the person in this story that Emily is talking about. No.
I thought that was the end of the story. I was like, oh
yeah, she just came onto our podcast just to completely out me. No, we were banned as friends by that point. Chill.
Anyway, going back in time to when I was scrolling through Tinder in the Cotswolds, I swiped for it's my best friend's sister's childhood best friend's brother, aka I know this guy pretty well because everyone knows each other in the Cotswolds, so we'd spend like a bit of time together like as children. So I swiped at him because I was like, oh haha, I know this guy. And he started flirting with me, and I was like, oh no. And he was just like, hi, how you doing? And he like answered one of my questions I'd asked people to answer on my profile. And I was like, it's me, it's Emily, from the village that we grew up in. I'm not going to disclose my address. And he was like, yeah, I know. Thanks. He was like, yeah, I know. It is what it is. And I was like, oh God. So yeah, then he just kept trying to flirt with me, and I was like, I'm not having this. Like I knew when you're 10 years old, this feels weird. But because the Cotswolds is
What did you
small,
say? Sorry, did you say I'm nearly 10 years old? Because that's what it sounded like. I'm not dealing with this. I'm nearly 10 years old. I'm too old for this stuff.
I'm too young. No, we knew each other when we were like 10 years old. So I was just like, this is really cursed. And the thing is, our mums are really good friends. So whenever our mums see each other in public, they just like chat to each other. And I just get this like sinking feeling that he's just gonna like loom out of nowhere and just be like, why did you ignore me on Tinder, Emily? He then added me on Facebook, and I felt so awkward that I left it for about 5 months before accepting his friend request. And then I don't know why I even accepted it, because I was like, it's just too late at this point. But I just felt guilty and bad and weird.
So did you ghost him?
Ghosted, yeah. I was
Boo.
Ooh, bloody boo.
Boo, yeah, ghost, yeah.
That's the problem with these dating apps, is how do you say goodbye to people when you find someone? You're like, okay, just got to go through all these matches and just bye, I'm off. Don't hate you, but I'm just disappearing. This is nothing to do with you. Bye. It's almost like breaking up with people when you're saying disappearing off Tinder.
It seems very like business-like almost. Like you're not going to accept a deal. They failed on Dragon's Den. That's
Exactly.
kind of how it is.
Yeah.
Tinder doesn't deserve you, Emily. That's what this sounds like. Deserves people like me.
Hey.
Well, I did find that sounds odd. Yeah, I did find my boyfriend on Tinder actually.
Cute.
There are some happy stories.
The statistic nowadays is about 40% of people our age find their matches on Tinder and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh wow. Wow.
Or with people who they've met, or like not Tinder, but like dating apps in general. There are other dating apps are available. Go out there and download any other. We're not endorsed by Tinder or sponsored in any means. Try out everything.
You hear that? I mean, that is the worst bloody timer ever. Let me just try that again.
No, I did not hear it. Would you like to make the sound, April?
Yeah, I mean, generally that's how hearing works, but apparently this isn't. Wow. Okay, that's just nothing. Okay, ding, 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 ding.
Drink timer. Everyone have a sip. And if you have a drink with you at home, do sip along as we slurp.
It's so loud.
So my story isn't technically a date per se. God, I sounded posh when I just said that. Christ.
It wasn't a date, it was a rendezvous.
A
rendezvous with romance.
I don't date, I only rendezvous. So this is when I was on my gap year. This is when the story occurred. And I went out to bar, but basically I don't know, the girl I went traveling with, we were very different, I think it's safe to say. And it was I don't know, 10 p.m. and she was probably in bed by this point, so I went by myself to the bar. And I was being quite ballsy, and I saw this guy who I thought looked nice, and I went over to him and we were just chatting, and he was this Welsh man. I don't know, I was gonna say
you were
Welsh
like,
boy.
Yeah, you were like, what is he? In what state was he in?
Yes, he was a man. Going with man.
Interesting.
And
I feel like everyone is a man or a woman until you meet them, and then they're a boy or a girl. Like that's just how it works. I feel.
I know, yeah, because that's so true actually. Because if anyone if ever someone calls me like a lady, like if it's like a mum, say a mum with their kid, or is like moving past me, and they're like, "Oh, move, like watch the lady." I'm like, who? Surely you must be talking to someone else. But yeah, so we were just chatting, and a bit of context. Well, yeah, context. I was vegan by this point. I'm veggie / veganish now. But I was kind of like doing that thing where I don't know if other vegans have found this, or you're just better people than I am. But when you first went vegan, you kind of like made it part of your like brand of like when you introduce yourself. And we were just talking, and I mean, I say I was vegan. I literally had prawns like the week before this happened, and then this guy, I know, terrible vegan. So this guy was just talking, and so he was Welsh, and he was like, "Oh, so have you had the steak yet? It's absolutely lush. It's an amazing steak." And I was like, "Oh, actually, love, I'm a vegan, so I don't know what that is." That kind of
I don't know what a steak is. I'm not vegan. I'm just blind to meat.
I'm just ignorant. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a constant editing process where I just edit things that I don't like out of my mind. Just like
that would be so great. I want that. And then he just like looked at me like so blankly and just so confused, and I was kind of like, what? And then he was like, so can vegans have sex like? And I was like, what? And he was like, and then he did this, he like started clapping with his hands. He was like, because I like the meat on meat thing. Like doing that with his hands. And I was just like, what?
The leap of logic.
I know.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then obviously that thing. I was like, yeah, we can. Like I can.
Orthodox vegans know.
I'm a vegan and I know to have this sex. Like it was just awful. I think he had a very petite brain, pocket size. But
travel sized.
yeah, travel exactly. Perfect for traveling. Yeah. So yeah, that was my story.
So he genuinely thought that veganism meant you didn't want to touch meat or something. That's a grim way of describing it, but like.
But yeah, so that was my story. Alfred, do you have a story?
I do. It's very weird. I went on this date with this girl in Birmingham over lockdown when things had kind of eased up a little bit. I came back in July for a month, and we went to the park in the middle of Birmingham. The one where like there's so many different benches and like seagulls, shitting everywhere, and right in the center of Birmingham, like the big building, sorry. We sat on these benches in this park and we were just having a chat and it was just like fine. And then this guy like sort of sauntered up to us and his first thing was like, would you like to be in my Instagram story? Would you like to be on my Instagram? And we were like, what? And he was like, so basically I've got this joke here. I've got this idea for this joke. It's going to be great. It's going to be really funny. So the name of my Instagram, okay, is Mask Still Here, okay? And so what I want you to do is, okay, I'm going to be filming, and then you're going to be behind me, and you're going to be going crazy. You're going to be going mental. You're going to be like, oh, wait, I can't. It's amazing that Mask is here. I'm so excited that Mask is here. And then I'm going to go, oh, thanks so much. So you're going to go and follow me, yeah? And then you guys are going to be like, but how can we follow a mask? Like, how can we follow a mask? And then I'll be like, it's not just a mask. It's me, Mask Still Here. And then you'll be really disappointed because you thought you were trying to follow a mask. And at this point, I was just sitting there like, yes, this might be the best joke ever made, but maybe not.
Alternatively, it might not be.
He just would not leave. He was very like persistent. He had some amazing things that he came out with. At one point, basically, because my Instagram name is Alfledermaus, and Fledermaus is like bat in German, I just thought that'd be fun. And he was like, oh, I'll follow you guys on Instagram, yeah? And I was like, what's your name? And I was like, yeah, Alfledermaus. And he was like, what? Like German? And he said something to me in like fluent German. And I was like, yeah, ein bisschen. And then he was like, wow, you like understood me. So you're obviously good. And I was like, yeah, definitely understood you, mate. And we were both trying to like sort of move away. I shouldn't have like, what's the word? Given him so much time, to be honest. I entertained him because it was quite funny, to be honest, to like listen to this guy. Yeah. At one point, he was talking about his time in school and he said, but I didn't used to be like this, like I said, I used to be shy. I didn't used to be so outgoing. I didn't used to be, going around, with these Instagram stories to help people. I'm here to help people, all right? I want to support people. Still don't know what this guy does. I looked him up on Instagram and like all of his Instagram stories are just like him saying people are great and then just moving on. Like I don't actually know what this guy does. He's just like, thanks for following Mask. The Mask gang will change society. And I was like, okay, cool.
That is honestly like all the boys in my school who like left and put entrepreneur in their bio and then just occasionally post a motivational quote, and that is it. That is literally all they do. Mm-hmm. It sounds like this guy.
And the best moment was he was there and he was like, I didn't used to be like this. Okay. I didn't used to be shy. And I was thinking, okay, we're building up to like, the superhero origin story. Like what happened to make this man the way he is? I used to be really shy, but then one day someone very close to me hit me really hard on the back of the head.
Was that it?
And my life completely changed. And
nothing like a good bit of concussion to shift your position in life.
And I was like, first of all, I was like, A, they probably would have to be very close to you in order to hit you on the back of the head. That's normally the nature of the, the physical assault there. And B,
logistically.
So what you're basically telling us is you suffered a head injury and decided to be a motivational Instagram speaker. That is an incredible story, my friend, out there. You know, disclaimer: this guy was absolutely harmless. He was just funny. He was just a weird, funny guy. You know, obviously not meaning anyone any harm. But it was just weird that he decided to come up to us and hang around for so long. Like, we only managed to shake him off when some guy who was obviously like off his tits on something, jigging around, and came up to him and was just like, yeah, I'll be in your video, I'll be in your Instagram story, and like we managed to kind of like sidle off. But yeah, that's my interesting story.
Oh,
Nice.
that is way too strong. Cool. So now,
Ooh. Ah.
that sound signals that it is time for the game section of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And this week I am guessing the name of the film and I was about to say artist, and the accent, done by the lovely Emily. So hit me with it.
Exactly. Off you go, Emily. And if you at home can guess, then well done.
Then you get a gold star.
Yay. Okay. I just like to apologize how fucking awful this is gonna be. Right, okay. Know what you're thinking. Did you fire six words? 6 shots, only 5. Well, tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I've kind of lost track myself. But being as this is a .44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off, you've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Oh, okay. So that's Pulp Fiction, isn't it?
It's not, no.
Is it not? Do you feel lucky? What is
but
that?
I know what quote you're thinking of from Pulp Fiction, but it's not that one. I'm sorry.
Damn it. Okay, well, is it a New York accent?
No, it was
No.
not. But you're in
Jersey.
I feel like no.
Jesus
I feel
Christ,
like
I'm absolutely.
I went through quite a difficult one of the accents. Do you want to give it another go, Emily? In like a
Yeah,
try and
give it another
do
go.
do the accent maybe a bit stronger.
do I have to? Okay, fine. If you insist. Okay. I know what you're thinking. You fire 6 shots or only 5. Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I've kind of lost track myself. But being as this is a .44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off, you've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Oh, I was so sure it was Pulp Fiction. Is it something like that?
I think that Pulp Fiction took elements of that quote. The one I was thinking of earlier, famous cowboy, maybe.
Famous cowboy. I was about to say Robin Hood.
Yeah, classic Robin Hood and his merry cows, or like.
Right, no, so not him. Dirty Harry.
Yes.
Oh my god! Yeah.
It's Clint Eastwood.
Yeah,
Clint Eastwood.
Yes.
Yeah. And he goes 5
Yes.
shots or 6.
Oh my god! I thought Dirty Harry was like a word for penis.
Can I show you my Dirty Harry?
I got a Dirty Harry for you.
Is Dirty Harry the prequel to Dirty Grandpa? Who knows?
Do you want to guess the accent, or should I tell you the accent?
Oh god, yeah, the accent.
I think it was a difficult accent. I think it was quite a tough one that I picked. I feel bad now.
I was so sure it was like New York or something. Was it not?
The tip I'll give you, because it's a hard one to do. Fargo. Have you ever seen Fargo?
Oh,
Minnesotan.
oh my
which is
god,
like,
that's so.
Yeah.
I had to like look up how to. I was watching like a YouTube tutorial on how to do a Minnesotan accent, like just before.
Oh my god!
I was like, I just like wanted like you elongate your O's, and I was like, shots or only 5.
Yeah, about that. Well, sure about that.
Yeah, that is a weird accent.
It is a weird accent.
Yeah, it was good. Well done, Emily. That was.
So that leads us on to the next phase of games section, which is, of course, word association, like it was last week. Last week, of course, Louis had to guess United States. This week, Emily also has a word that she cannot say, and she has managed to go all this time without saying it. And that word for any of you at home is bolognese. Right, come on back in, Emily.
I'm back. Hi.
She's back, of course. So, for example, I might say P, then Alfred might say green, and then Emily, you might say red. Ding, 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 ding. That's the drink timer. Just before we play word association.
Fantastic.
Chan. That is not a good drink.
And with that, I've finished Old Peculiar, which is normally what I say. I'm not going to finish that statement.
Yeah, no, maybe don't. Oh, God.
So off we go with the word association, April.
Okay. Pasta.
Italy.
Flag.
Red.
Tomato.
Lasagna.
Carbonara.
Delicatessen.
Are you serious? Delicatessen.
I'm sorry. It's the first thing that comes into your mind.
Tesco.
Tomato pasta.
Pesto.
Green.
Red. I think I've said red.
Sauce.
Sweet chili.
Chinese.
Indian.
Dill shads.
Omelette. Because they serve omelettes at Dilshad.
Egg.
Tiverton Road, because they have Mr. Egg at the bottom of Tiverton Road.
Yeah, okay. Can we pause this game? What the hell is that establishment called? It's like Mr. Happy Lemon Egg, Mr. Lemon Happy something or other. Florence, the place.
Meatballs.
IKEA.
No! This is not working at all. Sweden.
Italy.
Italian.
Pizza.
Pasta.
Linguine.
Spaghetti.
Sauce.
Tomato.
Arrabbiata.
Rigatoni.
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 Penne pasta.
Oh, great, we're on the pastas. Excellent. Conghiali.
Pappardella.
Farfalle.
Oh, that's my fave. I love farfalle. Pasta dishes.
Cheesy.
Mozzarella.
Bruschetta.
Mince.
Beef.
No! Alfred has fallen from his chair. Meat sauce.
Spaghetti dish hyphen.
Bolognese.
Yes!
God!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh god!
Tiverton Road. Beef.
That was the most strenuous experience of my life. Oh my god! So that brings us to the end of our games night round, and that also, sadly, brings us to the end of this week's SIP podcast. We really hope you enjoyed it. We hope you've been tuning into the first one, and then also this one. We've got lots more coming.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing them fortnightly. They're going to be released. That is our plan. So it is goodbye from me, Alfred Taylor.
It is. I swear we're stealing a sign off from another game show.
Oh, you know what? Probably, but who cares?
Fuck it.
Yeah, the one which is like, and it's goodbye from me. Goodbye. What is that?
University challenge, isn't it?
That's probably like weakest link.
Yeah, no,
or something.
it is. It's University Challenge.
Oh, research challenge. So it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.